Hey guys, how's it going? So I thought I'd start by doing a little series I'm calling the Guitar Crash Course. And no flats. So what what does it take to make a chord major or minor? So let's discuss that just a little bit. So we have three notes, right? And I hope you guys are familiar with power chords, right? Right, power chords. You're playing two notes, and these notes are actually fifths. So you have your root, which in this case is a D, and that's an A, right? So if we slide it down two frets, we're on a C, so we're C and G, right? So there's nothing there's a note particularly left out, so it kind of sterilizes, right? It can be major or minor. So the color note here is your third, so is your three. So this note here, the middle note all the way down, tells you whether it's major or minor. So, for example, we'll take that. We'll take our DFA, right? That's our D minor right here. What happens if we raise that F to an F sharp? Oh, it sounds happy again, right? Minor, major, minor, major. So that's how we know that this is minor. Same thing with the E. So if we go E G B and we raise that G to a G sharp, we get an E major. Right? And same thing with the A. If we raise that C to a C sharp, we get an A major. So I hope that helps a little bit, kind of demystifying, and you can take and build any scale, and you do exactly what we did here. I'll do one more scale with you. We'll build it out, and we'll build out the chords underneath. I'm gonna put this down. I just got all kinds of crap going on. All right, so we're gonna start with a G major scale. So we're gonna have to we'll start back here. So here's our G. Okay, so our G is our 1. And if we follow our thing, we've got a whole step. So we go to A, right? And we got another whole step. So we go to B. And now we've got a half step. So we go from B to C. And now we've got another whole step right here, right? So we go from C to D. We've got another whole step. So we're on D. We go D to E. Okay. Now we're on E. We've got another whole step here. So there's no sharp or flat here. So what do we got to do? That's a half step. We got to make it a whole step. So we go to the F sharp. And then our last half step takes us from F sharp to G. Easy enough, right? So if we do the same thing, we take these notes and we skip every other note. So we go G, skip A, and we go B, and skip B or skip C and go to D. That's our first triad, which is our G major triad. G, B, D, which we also learned from the C major scale, right? A, well, we do the same thing, A, C, E. So what do we know with that? We see the little number, so that means it's minor, right? So A, C, E. Now things change a little bit. We go B, D, F sharp. So, but we also have a number 3, little number 3, so that means it's minor as well. Okay, now that brings us to C. So if we go C, E, G, which we learned from our C major scale, that's our C major. So that's our number 4 chord. Now we're to G, or G, we're to D. So we're going to have to, I'm going to take that last little G off because that's going to get confusing. So we still apply the same thing. D, F sharp. We skip the G, right? Because we're F sharp. And we're to A. D, F sharp, A. So if you remember in the C, it was D, F, A, which is D minor. Well, we just made it major by raising that third to the F sharp, right? So E, which we still had from the C major scale, it's our 6 now. Guess what? It's minor, so it's E. We have to shoot back over here for our G and then our B, right? And now we're to our diminished chord. So we have F sharp, A, C. It's easy as that. So here's a little something extra. So I kind of explained that 1, 4, 5, right? Louie Louie, right? So if you're playing with somebody and they say, well, play me a 1, 6, 1, 6, 5, 5, 4. Oh man, what does that mean? If you know this, if they say play me a 1, 6, 5, 4 in G, if you know this, if you understand this and follow this, follow what I've shown you here, you get a G, an E minor, so that's 6, right? 1, 6, 5, D, and C. And it's going to sound something like this. Or they may say, play me a 1, 6, 4, 5. So we've got I'm sure you can think of 1,000 songs that have that. It may not be in that key, but that have that chord progression.